We are back right here on the channel, everyone, and some of you may be wondering, well, where the hell am I right now? Well, I am currently at home. I'm just in a new area today because, well, no one's home. No one's home, so I thought I'd find the most comfortable place I could sit so I could talk about Monday Night Raw. I tell you what, it's about damn time, WWE. I swear to you, it's about damn time. It took you long enough to realize the one thing that you should have done from the beginning. The one thing you should have done from the beginning, you finally decided to do. You finally nailed it. Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen, finally has officially turned heel. Now that wasn't so difficult, now was it? WWE, that wasn't so difficult. Wasn't so hard for Vince McMahon to do. Wasn't so hard. So, Ronda has officially turned heel. Becky Lynch gets reinstated. And Becky Lynch will battle Charlotte Flair at Fastlane. And if Becky Lynch defeats Charlotte Flair, she'll be added to the championship match at WrestleMania. Now, I'm not really all that surprised by that outcome. I'm not going to be all surprised who's going to win that one. But, with after what Ronda Rousey did, maybe Charlotte Flair has a good chance of winning. But I know it's not going to happen. Because Becky Lynch will now definitely be having an injured arm. Considering that Ronda Rousey armbarred her 3 times. But we'll get more into that later on. The show started off with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns asked Seth Rollins to reform the Shield with Dean Ambrose. And Seth Rollins agreed to do so. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin took on the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, Braun Strowman, and Kurt Angle. Why do we need to keep seeing Kurt Angle competing in the ring nowadays? I don't bloody know. But that's exactly what we got here. The heels get the win. McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin. Natalya versus Ruby Riott in a pointless match. Natalya gets the win. Lacey Evans does her usual, walks out, smiles and waves, and then walks off. Triple H addressed Batista's attack on Ric Flair. I enjoyed this segment. The things that Batista was saying were Batista. The things that Triple H was saying were right on point here. He was talking about how Ric Flair had some issues. Or should I say Richard Flair, because he was saying Richard Flair. Saying how Richard Flair was having issues, and he said that Richard Flair, who plays the character Ric Flair, that he enjoyed being with, and all that other stuff, and how he wanted Richard Flair to celebrate his 70th birthday. And Triple H told Batista, you're not going to be looking at the man, Triple H. You're not going to be looking at the character. You're going to be looking at the man. And Triple H also went over a couple of times about how he said that, how he said that Batista quit on 2 occasions because he didn't get what he wanted. So in my opinion, I thought this was right on point. I thought this was right on point and well done by Triple H. We had a tag team gauntlet. We had Heavy Machinery take on the B Team, the Ascension, and Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Really? Like, I understand you don't have many teams, but oh my god, this was really stupid. Heavy Machinery obviously wins this gauntlet. Heavy Machinery beat the B Team, the Ascension, and Hawkins and Ryder. Elias defeats Dean Ambrose, and the Shield want to reform. McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin do their thing. Dean Ambrose exits the ring. He was up on the stage. He was in the crowd, but then he comes back down to aid Roman and Seth, and the Shield bump was done in form. Now I want to tell you guys this. I talked to a friend of mine recently, a few days, like yesterday, and he told me that he heard a story that we possibly could be getting Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Because the original plan was to have Dean Ambrose. Apparently the original plan was that Dean Ambrose was going to turn on Roman Reigns. So, are they going to be doing it again here? Is this why they've reformed the Shield? So they can do the whole thing that they were originally going to do? I don't know, but that's just what my friend told me. One of my friends told me that we could be getting Roman and Dean at Mania. But, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Last week we had Bayley versus Nia Jax. So this week, it's only fair that we do Tamina versus Sasha Banks. Also, this result was so predictable, I already knew who was going to win this match as soon as I heard their music play. Bayley beat Nia last week, so what happens? Tamina beats Sasha Banks this week. What great creativity! What great creativity, WWE. If you really wanted the Boss Hug Connection to be in a bad situation when it came to these two as a serious threat to the women's tag team titles, Nia and Tamina should have beaten them both in 2 straight weeks. That's what you should have done. But no, we had to make Bayley beat Nia, but we're going to have Tamina beat Sasha. Stupid. Also, some dude by the name of Michael Chi and Colin Jost. I have no idea who the hell these two are, forgive me. Apparently they were having some kind of thing with Braun Strowman. I don't bloody know. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch Raw. I didn't watch this. I only cared about other things. I've got no idea who these people are, by the way. We had the Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet for the Raw Tag Team titles. You know, because I didn't watch Raw, I just, watched a few clips when I got home. When I heard this match was announced, I was walking home and I was thinking about this match in particular. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if Bobby Roode and Chad Gable actually interfered in this match and cost Aleister Black and Ricochet the Raw Tag Team titles? Because I think if the fans really want Bobby Roode as a heel, you could always do Bobby Roode and Chad Gable together as heels. And what a coincidence! I watch this match and I see Roode and Gable come out and cause a disqualification. If I can predict Raw without even watching it, then clearly there's an issue here. Now look, I'm not trying to act like, I'm Mr. Know-It-All in WWE. I'm not trying to act like I'm Mr. I Know Everything in WWE. I'm not trying to say that to you guys at all. It's the matter of fact is that it was quite evident that this was probably going to happen with DIY. Tommaso Ciampa is injured, guys. Tommaso Ciampa has suffered an injury. So for all we know, this could have been planned for Gargano and Ciampa. This could have been planned for them. Because Bobby Roode and Chad Gable were upset that DIY got a title shot and not them. So it makes sense for Roode and Gable to come out and ruin it. Because they were crying about not getting their rematch. Or they were just crying that they weren't getting another shot at the Revival when they lost the belts. So you could book Bobby Roode and Chad Gable as a heel tag team. And I would be perfectly fine with it. Because as long as we get Bobby Roode heel, that should only matter to you people. I think a heel Roode and Gable tag team, I think that sounds glorious, if you ask me. Then we had the main event, which was obviously the Ronda Rousey segment. Stephanie McMahon took the Raw Women's Championship. She said that she was going to vacate it. Originally, she was going to vacate it and have Becky and Charlotte battle it out for the belt at Fastlane. Ronda Rousey then came out. She showed up to reclaim her title. She demanded Stephanie to not book this match for the title, which Stephanie does give the title back to Ronda Rousey, and says that now Becky versus Charlotte will become a normal match, but if Becky beats Charlotte, she gets added to the match at WrestleMania. First off, I'm not trying to act... Now, first off, these types of situations I hate. I understand the babyface needs to overcome the odds and get back into the situation and everything here, but this is stupid to me. I don't get this. Why doesn't Becky Lynch just automatically get put back in? She won the Royal Rumble, for God's sake. Why does the Royal Rumble winner, of all people, have to earn her spot? She won the Royal Rumble. She selected Ronda Rousey as her opponent. Why does Becky need to fight for it? Yeah, she got suspended. She got taken out. But Stephanie could have just easily put Becky back in the match. Becky doesn't need to fight Charlotte. Charlotte is just taking an unnecessary loss here. In my opinion, Becky is getting a win that, yeah, it may matter in the long run that she's back in the women's title picture, but to me, it feels like it's an unnecessary loss for Charlotte. Charlotte's just going to take this loss blatantly. It's going to be a blatant loss for Charlotte. And the fact that Ronda did 3 armbars, it basically tells me that they're going to create this big, massive storyline. They're going to create this big, massive storyline where Becky Lynch will be injured. Instead of the leg, it's the arm this time. She's going to have this big arm injury. She's going to have, like, tape on her arm during Fastlane. And Charlotte's going to attack that arm. This is why I'm saying this match is unnecessary. Why do we need to see this? To me, Charlotte's not the heel here. Ronda Rousey's the heel. Ronda Rousey turned heel. She attacked Becky. That officially makes Ronda the heel. Just because she didn't attack Charlotte doesn't mean Charlotte's the heel. Charlotte was smart enough to get out of the ring and avoid Ronda. That's just my opinion on it. And yes, I'm glad Ronda Rousey is finally a heel. This is something that WWE should have done at SummerSlam. I'm still sticking by my word that this should have happened by SummerSlam when the Bella Twins got involved. When the Bella Twins got involved, that's when the heel turn should have began for Ronda Rousey. It took them long enough to turn Ronda heel, but I'm telling you this, they had no choice but to make Ronda the heel in this storyline with Becky and Charlotte Flair. They had no choice. They literally had no choice. They could have done it at any time. After Alexa Bliss, after Nikki Bella, and yeah, we had unnecessary heel turns along the way, just to keep Ronda as a babyface. Well, now WWE have realized Ronda Rousey's best as a heel. Thank you, WWE. You should have done this in August last year. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got for you guys on my Raw review. I hope you guys enjoyed this Raw review. My honest opinion, this Raw was definitely good. Mostly because of Ronda's segment and the Triple H segment. Most of everything else wasn't really all that exciting. I guess Shield reuniting again is going to be great, but it's just like what I told you guys. I feel like it's going to be leading to Dean Ambrose turning on Roman. So, we'll see where it goes. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Comment your opinions down below on your opinions on Raw. And are you happy about Ronda Rousey becoming a heel? And also, be sure to follow me on my social media as well. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all tomorrow for my SmackDown review.